Bum 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 bum. Bleh. Bleh. Kick punch. It's all in the mind. Why is she late? Who's late? Katori, hello there. Is somebody late? No. Nobody late. Time is irrelevant. It is also finite. All we have. How are you doing, Katori? Welcome to the Counts. Counts winners of yesterday's game. Vachim. She is not late. She ruled over the glorious empire for 21 years. The greatest monarch of all time. Was my mother there. My father, King Vachim. And he let me in on a little secret that was part of the success of his reign. And maybe I have a way of continuing that legacy today. Hello there, Ephra. Good morning. How are you doing here? Hello there, King Israel. Hello there. Welcome on in. Bum 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 boom. Bum bum bum. Amanda, hello there. How are you doing here today? Getting ready for the storm. It won't hit us too bad, hopefully, Amanda. Our friends in Florida, I hope all of you are okay, though. Thank you for kissing the ring. I'm tired. I don't know why. I slept good, I think, but I just feel tired today. Maybe it was like the marathon game yesterday. The Monarch ring is the purple ring. It is continuing. Though I am Vachim II, that was a Count's victory. They were loyalists yesterday. So they continue on today with the Count's ring, and I guess technically still a Count's Monarch. Marley, hello there. That happens sometimes, right, Israel? You're tired for no reason. It's depression, right? Join us in following Amanda Sweetstar. Last seen, you were playing Sonic last night, but I wasn't watching. I was watching baseball last night. The Nationals got the win. Curly W, as we like to call them. How do you look today? 1 second. You look dashing, I'm sure. Bald. Bald! King Israel, the bald. The egg, some called him. I'm not gonna sleep tonight. You have to sleep sometime, Marley, alright? And it wasn't really young. If you missed yesterday's game, as far as I know, probably the longest game of King of the Castle ever we completed yesterday. There was a very long rebellion. And then it took a very long time for a monarch/loyalist victory yesterday. It was just incredible. 6 years, 3 months was our reign yesterday. Just, the longest I've had before that was only 5 years, 6 months. This was close. I've had a plan. Me and Vantarian have had a plan for a 6-year reign that was similar to that. And that was sort of the concept, and I think we hit it almost just right. We hit the rebellion at almost the perfect time, because it stalled getting a baby until after the rebellion. It was just perfect, the way everything worked out. So we truly had a blessed, but at the same time cursed run yesterday. To recap what happened else in the run, King Vachim secretly had made a deal with a demon himself before he became monarch. And in order to remain as monarch, is like the deal with the demon that he made, he had to kill nobles off. And my god, did we kill off nobles yesterday. Death count, I didn't even rewatch the stream to keep a proper death count, but I think it was like at least 8. And they were all individual deaths too. It wasn't like we had the events where, 3 or 4 nobles died. No, we had single nobles being killed off left and right. Like every year, less than every year, we had nobles dying off. At least 8 nobles died yesterday. Or were imprisoned, Because we killed everybody during the rebellion. That was 4 people right there. Between the hostages taken and killed. People kidnapped and killed. At least 20 people. Every single noble died multiple times yesterday. Not many were claimed by Marley, unfortunately. A few were imprisoned. We had a few imprisonings, which count as sort of the deaths. Is it safe to come out? It's never safe to come out, Beehole. How are you doing? Welcome on in. Vachim, and then Vachim, I won't be doing the same thing as yesterday. Although Queen Vachim still wants to make sacrifices in order to appease this demon, she wants to play it a little bit smarter. The nobles' lives are too valuable. We won't sacrifice our own people's lives here. One monarch life was claimed by the Marley, though, so that's worth at least 10 nobles. Probably 1,000 peasants. Apple King, welcome on in. How are you doing today? We will play this, Senpai, hello there. How are you doing today? Welcome on in. We will play this dynasty tomorrow. Today and tomorrow. Wait, wrong way? Which way do I need to go? This way? Good day, King Hoy. Hello there. That's what I say. Senpai, thank you for being here. Hope all is well on your side of the planet here, sir. Queen Vachim. Looks a little like her mother. Or her father. It had like her father had the red hair. Hers is, lighter though. You kind of like the bald look. Bald is beautiful. Nothing wrong with bald. You're sick with headaches? Well, I hope you feel better. And Senpai, it's too late to pick your team. Fortunately, you got placed on the green team anyway. Welcome on in. Hyberx, welcome on in. Save the timeline again. Amanda, good luck. It worked. It did work, though. I'd like to think it did work. You didn't die either. You will. I guarantee it. It's not my goal to kill nobles this stream, though I do love killing nobles, I must state. Who's the... What do we have? We're all first here? Nobody here has died. I'll probably kill you. It is a worthy sacrifice, Senpai, for I have made a deal with a demon. The kingdom will be prosperous. It's just gonna take a small bit of blood. That's all. Just a little bit of blood. It's not a threat. You know, it's for the good of the kingdom is why I kill. Alright? The demon promised me. Alright? And you always believe a promise from a demon. Not like they're known for betrayal or to just screw you over or anything. Alright? No, demons are the most trustworthy people. If I've learned anything from fairy tales, I guess, I don't know. Mero, welcome on. Senpai, this is a long-running dynasty we've been playing for the past week and a half. Some people will have characters they'll be playing. Lady Frost, welcome on in. Some people are going to have a lot of money. As Frost would be our richest, I believe, at the moment, since Wafer isn't here. With 14,000 gold. Mero, hello there. How are you doing here today? We got more even teams at the moment. I like that. Maybe this will prevent our time travel shenanigan bug. 2 minutes though. Promptly at 9 o'clock a.m. is when I start. That's what I do. We need to change the time up a little bit. I used to stream earlier. How much money do you have? You have 2,438 gold in your coffers. In the near future, we'll probably buy it. It is a great buy, Senpai. It is on Steam. Benefits to buying it. In addition to, you have to buy it to play as the Monarch, of course. But if you do have it, as you can see, your name will be gold and shiny. You can customize what your character looks like. So although you look very good here, Senpai, I like the V with the chain is excellent there. But you can customize that. You can customize your little shield. You can see everybody's got their shield like to the left of their name. You can make that look cool. There are drops in the game. I don't know what the drop is currently. There usually is a drop going on. And I think you have to have the game in order to claim the drops for different costumes to dress your nobles in. There's different hats, different costumes a lot of people switch up. We see a lot of counts in this the witch hat was a drop, right? This Mero's wearing the drop for the Chiefs here, that helmet. Esma Azuri, welcome on in. How are you doing here today? Welcome to the Patricians. There you are. Senpai, I mean, as good as the rest of you Patricians look, I think you look very good here, as your randomness. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be, wherever you may be today. Welcome on everybody to the Khan Dynasty. Daybreak is ending, and another reign is beginning. This is a roleplay challenge run, as we call it around here then. We are not allowed, besides that quick glimpse right there, screenshot it while you can, of the stats. We are not going to look at the statistics for the game, or try not to look at them throughout the entire game here. You must vote based upon what you feel your character would do, what you think maybe your color or faction would do. And we will get to it with the council introductions. Hi, Mom. And to all the mothers out there, my own mother, Delilah W., might be in chat. Last I saw my mother, she was looking out the window at me and my nephew as he was getting on the bus. Disappeared back into the house after that. Whereabouts unknown. I got her donuts this morning, so she's happy. Now that you're the queen, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Alright. Our first monarch victory in this roleplay dynasty was yesterday, though I suppose it was a loyalist victory. The counts helped me out greatly. Marley, thank you for kissing the ring, and thus, since it was a count's victory, it is the purple count's ring here today. There it is. Focus on the ring. A space station orbited above New York City? I wish. I would totally be on a space station. I wouldn't care. Crippling loneliness. Being away from all human contact. Perfect day for me. Chiefs of the North. Hyverex. Hello there. Good luck in the days ahead, Your Majesty. You'll need it, dealing with us lot. Counts of the East. Marley. An honor to finally meet your acquaintance, Your Grace. I was dismayed to hear of your father's passing. Patricians of the Coast. Ephra. A pleasure, Your August Majesty. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. With that, introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue. Is this what your father fought so hard for? No wonder he killed off so many of them. We'll go coordination next. Your Majesty, it was an honor to serve your father, but now it's your time to wear the crown. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coordination. What? But it's my coordination! Mezzality, welcome on in. You are a count. Welcome to the Khan dynasty here, Mezzality. 1,000 gold to start off in your coffers. We're in the spring of 1087. This isn't an absolute monarchy, Your Majesty. Everything has to be run past a council vote, even this. Shall we call the nobles in? Alright. And this will be our very first vote of the game. Exclamation point, vote, space, your option here. Truly, I am not playing this game. It is the nobles who play this game. And because we are playing by roleplay rules here, you can see the big block there blocking out what the consequences for our choices are. Though many people by now might know what the coronation results are. What do we do for our coronation? A. Host a lavish party with jugglers and fountains of wine. B. Invite foreign dignitaries and show off our wealth. C. Throw the queen into the river. Or D. These are outdated traditions. No need for a coronation at all. To be honest, I was kind of hoping for the blood ritual. What a shame. What a shame. As it is, I have no preference, I suppose, here. Whatever shall we do? River. 30 seconds from that time of that bell. Invite foreign dignitaries. A few people are claiming we should do. River option is based upon what? It shall not be the river, it appears. We will invite foreign dignitaries over and show off the wealth. Kingdom was quite prosperous under King Vachim II. Dignitaries arrive from all corners of Celestath. It's only appropriate you show off. A trained eagle drops a ruby-encrusted crown atop your head as you stand on a golden podium. Bam, bam. Super Pink Iron Goal. Welcome on in. How are you doing, Super Pink? Welcome to the Chieftains. Just in time for my coronation, excuse me. The awed crowd includes such influential figures as the Dukes of Sol, the Princes of Tavalin, even a pearl bearer from Atish. Lucrative trade deals are struck at the evening's feast. And, hint, hint, then, everybody got money off of that. Why, a few people love to pick that. That is free money. Only the Grand Pensionary of Kurth is not in attendance. The Republic, after all, is fundamentally opposed to the very concept of monarchy. Path to victory. Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill. And with your father out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Alright, picking my path to victory here. Queen Vachim inherited the kingdom from her father, King Vachim, who was the greatest monarch who ever lived. I wish to be known as a conqueror. A warrior queen is sure to be remembered fondly if she wins more battles than she loses. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Alright. End of season. We come up on the chieftains. Hala of the Mero clan, infamous northern elder, stands precautiously on a longhouse crossbeam, screaming like a fallen god. Elder? This is one of your elders? She looks like a teenager. She looks so young. How long do you live, chiefs? Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter Queen Vachim II. How do we make that happen? Alright, chieftains. How do you win the game today? Through A, subterfuge. B, a prophecy. C, hornblower. Chiefs have won their games thanks to Ragnarok and a prophecy. They usually will attempt Ragnarok. We don't see it here. I'll title in the description if I know, Chiefs. I suppose that's true, then. Toot toot. Chiefs, any Chiefs? If a event of a tie like this, it'll be random between a prophecy or hornblower. And it will be prophecy. The chiefs plan to realize an ancient northern prophecy. Before the new monarch rises, the kingdom will be ruled by a mad tyrant. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must raise authority to 5 or more in 2 seasons. If you still want to look for the horn so you can toot toot in addition to the prophecy, you have my permission, chiefs. So chiefs want authority. Zagana of the Katori Blueberry Dynasty. Legendary Eastern Elder. Elder on elder battle. Leans delicately on a podium, whispering carefully.
My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false Queen Vachim II wears the crown.
Counts, how do you win the game today? Through A, intimidation, B, ascension, or C, possession. You cannot complete loyalist scheme twice in a row, Counts. That's how they won yesterday. Intimidation, the A choice involves raising stability of the kingdom. B, ascension will involve lowering your own faith. Everybody's faith is low in the kingdom. C, possession, lowering your own defiance. It starts off at 1. Master Sauron, welcome on in. You are a patrician. Through and through now, right, Valron? Hope all is well here with you, sire. Looks like intimidation. Alright. Good luck, Counts. The Counts plan to hold the Queen hostage in her own palace. First, they must lull the Spymaster into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, the Counts must raise stability to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Alright, so they need high stability. Chiefs need high authority. The patricians. Quinta, of the Senpai family. Senpai, this is your kin. Notorious coastal prodigy. So not an elder, this is a youngin', a prodigy. Scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, muttering in frustration. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Vachim II. Something must be done. It doesn't have to be your child. It could be, you know, your cousin, your roommate, maybe. You just lay claim to them. You lay claim to them. This will be your child ascending to the throne, maybe. If they can complete their goal. And patricians, what will your goal be? The last game was won by the Counts. It was a loyalist victory. It was a 6-year reign. An impressive victory, I would say. But patricians, A, sorcery, B, doppelganger, or C, uprising. Looks like doppelganger, which is a great word. I like the word doppelganger. The patricians plan to swap the real queen for a perfect doppelganger. First, they must gain the trust of the Spymaster, the longest 5 hours of your life. To advance their scheme, the patricians must keep defiance at 4 or less in 4 seasons. Alright, so patricians need low defiance. The counts need high stability. And the chieftains need high authority. First law will not be our favorite one, but it will be an iron choice. Love us some iron. Thinking here. All right, we'll do it first here. Bankruptcy looms. Uh-oh. Do us first. The treasury is almost empty, Your Highness. Where the hell did it all go? Was it that party? Damn it. That was a bad idea, huh? I couldn't possibly say, Your Majesty. Perhaps you have been spending a little too freely. Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. You could get a bank loan, or sell off the crown jewels. Perhaps crack open some of your predecessors' tombs. Most were buried with piles of gold. Or so I've heard. Alright, Senpai. Resting is good. Thank you for being here, sir. Hope you are well. Waper, welcome on in. Waper! The kingdom is bankrupt. You mind loaning us a little bit of money here, Waper? Here is our richest noble, everybody. 24,760 gold. Waper. Dude, just, can you give me some money? You can afford to give me more than the mint, and you will still be richer. But this event, if you're not aware of it, happens if we are under 1,000 gold. What do? I own the Royal Mint, don't I? Make more coins. Take a hefty loan from Salvin Gol Bank. Sell off some of the royal jewelry to wealthier nobles. Or is it time to crack open some tombs? Yeah. Waper at the moment. Do you have more? You have more than the combined Pats, probably. Though don't worry, everybody. Waper is accumulating gold. He is not spending it. Not yet, at least. You're gonna unleash it one day, aren't you? Alright, I think I will take a hefty loan out from the Solvent and Goal Bank. The Bank of Solvent and Goal operates from the fabulously wealthy Republic of Kurth, all the way across the Western Sea. They assure you, however, that they maintain total independence from the Republic. The banker they send takes your signature, has delicate hands, sharp teeth. He watches as you put pen to paper, eyes glittering. You're making an excellent decision, Your Majesty. You shall pay us back with 25% interest in 1 year. Saddling the kingdom in debt isn't great optics, but you had no other choice. We will get to an infestation of crawlers next. What could this be? Countess Lady Frost coming in. Your Majesty, our mutual friend, noble patrician Master Sauron, has discovered a nest of crawlers on a new tract of coastal farmland. Naturally, we counts recommended they fill the tunnels immediately, lest they spread to other regions and endanger our crops. But Master Sauron refuses to do so. Citizens have gone missing, Your August Majesty. These crawlers are more dangerous than they appear. Legends speak of crawlers living in great cities beneath the soil, taking the weak to be consumed. We should leave the land to them. They're not to be trifled with. Doxalis. Hello there. Welcome back to the accounts. 2,200 gold in your coffers here. Marshall, tell me more about these crawlers. Eggman can take them. If we can give them to Eggman, we will. Horrible, cow-sized worms that live under the earth with tiny clacking legs like centipedes. They're rare but formidable foes. They turn up unpredictably and attack whenever they find whatever they find before retreating back into the earth. Nothing that a well-organized troops can handle, I'm sure. Thank you, Your Grace. Alright. We got bugs. Alright, we've dealt with a lot of monsters in our time. How do we deal with crawlers? Do we A, abandon the fields to the crawlers? B, fill in the holes and continue farming? Or C, send someone into the tunnels to investigate? Well, we have been quite good at taming these beasts, but I think we need to know a little more about them first. Let us send someone into the tunnels to investigate. That is my Monarch's Iron choice here. And Monarch's Iron choice, if it passes, gives 1 authority to the kingdom. Chiefs themselves do need high authority. I'll point that out. Send somebody into the tunnels to investigate. Is my Iron choice for C. A, abandon the fields, or B, fill in the holes. Waper and Lady Frost think that crawlers ain't nothing to mess with. Apple King, is it not letting you vote? I see your vote in there, sir. Vote A, though? You were trying to vote A? You voted C first. Or vote A. We will send someone into the tunnels to investigate. Very well. Who will we send on this most unfortunate mission? Do we send soldiers from the coast? Do we hire adventurers to explore the tombs? Or is this a serious matter? Send for a wizard. Any preference here at my council? You were wishing as well here. Any preferences here? I won't show you, though. I can see the consequences, unfortunately, I guess. Send soldiers from the coast, hire adventurers, or send for a wizard. Roswell, welcome on in. How are you doing here today, sir? Thank you for joining us. You are on the patricians, 900 gold in your coffers. Send for a wizard. It does seem like a serious matter. Let's do it. The morning from home, alright. Hope you are relaxing very nicely here. We are in the reign of Queen Vachim II here, Roswell. We are just sort of beginning the game. This is the first event, practically, we're getting here. We have an infestation of crawlers. It was a Count's victory yesterday. You send messengers to search for a willing wizard, but you anticipate it will be some time before one is found. As you wait, more and more peasants go missing down the mysterious tunnels. They're fine, it's just peasants. The Honor Guard. As is tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards, the chief with their most famous warrior heroes, the counts with knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose, and the patricians offer their greatest gladiators, champions of the arena. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. Okay. An important decision in every monarchy. Tell me first about the Northern Warriors. Bearded oafs with the axes and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all. I can't guarantee they won't run off on some random quest, but they're honorable, and in a fight unbeatable. Eastern Knights. The Order of the Drowned Rose are highly respectable. They'll understand palace etiquette, but it's been years since they fought an actual battle. They mostly write poems these days. The Coastal Gladiators. A gang of low-born crooks who've turned themselves into celebrities through their skill at chopping other people to bits. They're vain and selfish. Their skill in battle is undeniable. But can you trust them? The Foreign Mercenaries. A band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly. And hiring foreigners will be considered an insult to the rest of the kingdom. I've made my decision. I wait your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. My father hired the foreigners. They served him very well. I am not my father. Missing a number, welcome on in. You are a returning count, of course. 4,000 gold in your coffers. I think... I think here... Hard to say. Teeth are strong. Totally will not betray me. As long as it totally won't betray me. Vachim isn't quite sure, but, I think I'll go with the Coastal Gladiators, unfortunately, then. I will make the arrangements at once. I think this is more of a Ahoy bias here. The gladiators arrive a few weeks later. The men are bare-chested and the women are underdressed, eager to show off their bodies as much as their weaponry. They gather behind your throne and begin oiling themselves up. That is why we picked the gladiators. End of season. We get to our first auction of the game. Exclamation point, fund, space, your choice, space, how much you wish to bid for an auction. Richest nobles are all pictured on the right, every noble on the left here. If you can't see how much you have, ask, I can tell you. The FMX, for example, welcome on in. You have 1,800 gold in your coffers. Welcome back to the patricians. You cannot join the counts, sir. This is the same dynasty. So you will be playing as them. If you are on PC, there's an extension in the game. It should be, hopefully it's working. It'll be above me where my mouse is as well. I recommend the extension. What do we build here? Only the top 2 buildings get funded. A, the Deer Park will lower farming for the chieftains. B, the monument will raise authority for the kingdom. C, the aqueduct will raise farming for the counts. D, the library will raise stability for the kingdom. E, the cathedral will raise faith for the patricians. And then F, the Grand Bazaar will raise trade for the patricians. Welcome on in, I'm not Batman. 1,450 gold in your coffers. It will make a difference. Everybody's money makes a difference. 60 seconds for an auction. You're not drunk enough for council meetings to give one whit of a dang. What about for building permits? F and B are early winners. 101 early leaders at 101 and 140 seconds left. B raising up authority. F will be raising trade for the patricians. Chiefs want high authority. The counts want high stability. The patricians want low defiance as everybody's current stages. B and A being funded. 200 and 102 respectively. There's 101 in F. Everything in prime sniping range because of the low cost. Trying to cheat this. 10 seconds left. It is D and B. 200 and 200. There's 102 in A. 101 in F. Still 200 and 200. Now 1650. Now 1000 in B. It is F and B. F and B. Yeah, I knew you're trying to get it cheap. But it still ends up F and B, I believe. That's sort of what was going. I'm not Batman. Biggest contributor F. Congratulations. I'm not Batman. I have no idea where you get your money from. But somehow you can pay for things. Tiger Shot 79. Thank you for the follow here. Combo Lurker. Biggest contributor to the authority going up. Food and beverage for everyone. I mean, that is a great buy, I would say, in real life. Roleplay-wise, that's good. There is a contentious sale of something else, though. What could this be? Waper coming to me. Your Highness, this is an outrage. Noble Patrician Roswell Gaming is trying to steal my bear from under my nose. Did you say bear? It's not her bear. I was about to buy this beast from an adventurer in the Tatterlands when Chief Waper III turned up, shouting and raving about Skirnor. Who is Skirnor? The northern goddess of medicine and knowledge. The bear wears her mark upon her brow, clear as day. Tell me more about the bear. She's a magnificent specimen. She'd be a great addition to my menagerie. Is it Techno? It could be. Maybe we found one of his ancestors. I suppose this is a matter for the council. Mark my words, if this bear is not brought to the north where she belongs, there'll be trouble. Okay. A contentious sale indeed. A. If it's sacred, Chief Waper 34 should have the bear. B. Finders keepers. Noble Patrician Roswell can have the bear. Or C. Encourage a bidding war between the two nobles. Interesting option C. Waper has quite a lot of money. There's a cap on how much they bid. Normally I like to veto C, but since Waper does have tons of money... Yeah, it doesn't... It's only gonna be like 1,000, I think. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. We're role-playing. And then, in fact, no, I love to do this. We will not encourage a bidding war. Who gets the bear? The chiefs or the patricians? No bidding war. Dang it. Ephra again. I'm sorry. Should you just rebel? Refund. I refunded it then. Second day in a row I've done that to you. I apologize. It blocks it from other people using it, at the very least, might happen. If somebody wanted to use it when tax season comes around, it will not be available now. But it looks like it is 9-5. The counts seem to mostly be siding with the chiefs here. If it is sacred, Chief Waper 34 the Third should have the bear. The chiefs gratefully purchase the bear for an extraordinary amount from the Tatterlands adventurer, who can't believe her luck. Naturally, the patricians aren't happy to have lost their potential zoo exhibit, but there's little they can do. The bear turns out to be a fearsome creature with bright white fur and intent green eyes, and she's vast. Even on all fours, she stands taller than a wagon. She's transported north slowly and carefully, sedated by special herbs, followed by a stream of worshipping villagers. Chief Waper is delighted that Skirnar's will has been done. We have a wizardly warning. We contacted a wizard about our crawler problems. Your Highness, an update on your search for the wizard to deal with the crawler problem. Thank you, then. I just said that, Chancellor. A very small update, unfortunately. We received only a single reply from the wizard Gordias. He says to leave the Vogger alone, and if you know what's good for you, and to not contact him again about the issue. Shall I send a reply, Your Majesty? What's the point? The Chancellor nods, then leaves the room. Its wizards can't magic you out of this one. You'll need another solution to these Vogger, and soon. Alright, so that was of no help to us, contacting the wizard. Finding a spouse. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference, men, women? Or do you not mind? I am not interested in love. Are you sure, Your Majesty? The nobles will be most upset. Do we do it? My mind is made up. Very well, your majesty. We shall speak no more of marriage. But, your majesty, may I ask why you refuse to get married? Because, Chancellor, marriage would just weigh me down. I want to party. Hoping for some lesbian lover action a little bit later. Maybe. I mean, we can hope. Missing number. We might meet somebody. Ah, I see. Far be it from me to question my queen. Good luck in the days ahead. You'll need it. End of season. We check in with the chieftains. Far to the north, where snow blankets the landscape, wolves howl in the night. The chiefs uncover an ancient prophecy foretelling the rise of a tyrant queen and the warrior who will overthrow her. Or maybe a finfolk. I mean, any other option will be great. Doing that, another golden mine maybe with that as well, though. A congregation of God speakers huddle around the tablets detailing the supposed ancient story, whispering excitedly. Praise Morgana! The tablets are genuine! Then the gods are good, and we are blessed. Hala will be our monarch. All hail the Lord Wender! Cheers circle the clan hall. A mug of ale is tipped over Hala's head. The people of the north are rising. Growlhala's warriors have already pledged themselves to us. The influence of old gods is spreading. We must ensure we keep the old ways of the north alive. Surely Morgana will bless us with the power to crown Hala. For the next stage of your scheme, chiefs must lower their faith to 4 or less in 4 seasons. We are not a faithful kingdom at all, everybody. Tax season. There are 3 ways the monarch may tax the nobles. The cruel tax will raise the defiance of a nation. Add 400 gold to the treasury. Take 400 wealth from everybody in that color. The common tax, mere 100 treasury to 100 wealth, no defiance swing. The bribe will lower defiance. Lower the treasury by 700. And add 700 wealth to everybody in the faction. Tax the counts, Sauron says. The patricians, they gained the bonus. Their fisheries net 500 wealth this quarter. Everyone else only gained 200. That puts Ephra in the 10,000 mark. He is the richest Pat, though he is still looking way up. Lady Frost, Apple, and then Waper. Not insurance. I know, they didn't invent insurance again. They just went with the pun. The fisheries net 500 wealth. Ha-ha! Pats are the poorest, yes. I do think the Pats overall... Despite there being a huge gap, Waper is the only rich chief. If not for him, then the chiefs would be poor. That's what happens in the long dynasties sometimes. Wealth just starts to accumulate. I use Golden Choice a lot if you're newer to the stream. People will follow the golden path to victory. I think, to keep it fair, considering either this or this, one or the other, either cruel tax for all or common tax for all. Defiance is already getting pretty high. Sauron, nay, don't rebel. Defiance is already getting high. We've already got crawler problems. Do I dare? Don't forget the bank loan. Pah. I'm playing Apple King? Technically, yes, then. I am still of your kin because I am a direct descendant. Do you pledge loyalty? Are you still pledging loyalty to me? I'm considering this. I'm considering crueling everybody here. And we will indeed. No rebellion. All right, no rebellion report. Good. And we have the expedition returns. This is hopefully a good bug. Our expedition already returned. This is the Chur expedition. However, it already returned last game. This will occasionally happen. You'll get multiple expeditions returning. Let's go for it. Nani. Let's go for it. Maybe more good news. Your Majesty, most excellent news. The expedition that your predecessor, King Vachim, sent to Chur has finally returned. The scholars has brought back a wealth of knowledge. Alright, so, same scenario, too. Alright. Let's pick the other option this time. I said send them in. That doesn't sound like the good kind of wealth. I shall let them in to explain everything themselves. So let's, we can do it slightly differently this time, then, so we see something else from yesterday. A number of bedraggled scholars waddle into the throne room, bowing their heads. Your Majesty, we have made a number of startling discoveries. Go on, spit it out. Sorry, Your Highness. The ancient ruins we uncovered in Chur held knowledge, but also untold horrors. We all have been plagued by nightmares since the journey home. The things we discovered, some of it calls to question the very nature of our beliefs, the history of all the gods, the creation of the world, birth of humans, all of it. Did you discover any wondrous technology? Nothing that we could salvage, Your Highness. Just journals full of scholarly work, theological etchings. Alright. So I have a choice here. You must destroy everything. I will pay you for the research, or you should publish your discoveries. We published it last time. And not to be metaing or doing anything like that, but yeah, we just saw it yesterday. I'd more inclined to do the I will pay you for the research then. Yeah, this is the same thing as last time. Publishing it was good too. But Vachim will be a little greedier than her father was. Apostle of Darkness, welcome on in. How are you doing here today, Apostle? You are a patrician for the game. Hello there, hello there. I assume you're familiar when you come in and immediately join, but if you have any questions, Apostle, or anybody that's new to the game, ask, we can help you out. We are playing by roleplay rule challenge for this dynasty. That's why the big bar is up there. Preventing anybody from seeing, well, I can see, but I think I will pay you for this research. What is happening right now is an expedition we sent out the last reign is returning. They claim they have great knowledge. I kind of want to see, maybe I will keep this all to myself. I will pay you for the research. This happens occasionally. It's a good bug in a way, I suppose, Marley, where the expedition will just return multiple times. It happened in the Hoi Dynasty a few times. You discreetly acquire the findings for a modest sum. The only question now is what to do with them. Do I sell them to a foreign power, hide them away for safekeeping, publish them myself, or destroy them? Like this 12 hours straight. Divine? That would make you practically a professional, I think. Yes. 12 hours. It's a long time to play this game. Welcome on back. I only played it... I played it a couple games yesterday, but I was burnt out after my own super long reign yesterday. The biggest benefits... I won't tell you guys what will happen here. I can see it as I'm looking at it here. Divine, welcome on back, though. How are you doing today? You are, of course, a count in this game. You have 2,500 in this game. Game. I think I will hide them away for safekeeping. Yeah. Yes. You stash the findings in a secret place, knowing the untold damage they would cause in the kingdom. Perhaps one day, they might be useful. Phew. Alright. I'll have you know that no stat changes or anything happen at all from that. I don't know what's going to happen. I've not seen that happen before. This happen before. All right, I hope that comes back to benefit us in some way. Israel, I hope you have slept then. No, it is not healthy, and I will command you as your king to sleep if you have been up for 84 hours. Sleep is one of the most important things in the world. The spymaster comes to me. Apparently, something has escaped from the cellars of Count Doxalis' castle. I asked for an eyewitness report from a local. Hello, your majesty. It was a right unholy sight. A monster stitched together from parts dug up from a village cemetery. I recognized my Aunt Edna's earlobes. Aunt Edna, of course, the most recognizable earlobes in all of existence. Did it hurt anybody? No, it just seemed confused. Kept asking for its parent. This creature is my life's work, your grace. Dramatic pause. And my son. His escape was regrettable. He just wanted to see the village up close. Rest assured, I've chained him up far more securely in my dungeon to ensure this will not happen again. It's too late for that, Count. You and your unholy creation must be burned. It's the only way to cleanse the world of your evil. All right. Do we A, burn both Doxalis and their monster? B, burn the monster, but let Doxalis live. C, the monster may live as long as it stays imprisoned. Getting Nina Tucker vibes. Or D, do we free the monster? Just as much as most. Ooh. We killed last time, last time we were burning them. I don't think, I will let you guys choose here. I don't have too much of a stake. What do we do? Sauron, did you try to post a link? Links are not allowed. If that's what that was. We free the monster. All right. All right. Free the monster? What could possibly go wrong? No, Your Highness, the boy's not ready for freedom. This will end in disaster. Our mind is made up. We will free your boy. The council would free this unholy monstrosity and allow its twisted creator go unpunished. What kind of message does this send? You're all mad. You'll see. Doom will come to the east. Doom! Luckily, the High Inquisitor's prophecy proves nonsense. The so-called abomination turns out to be a gentle fellow with a green thumb and a fondness for puppies. Soon enough, he's won over the villagers who allow their children to go on piggyback rides with him. He spends most of his time in the fields, growing flowers and vegetables for the community. Doxalis couldn't be more proud. Dear, a tear. A proud Papa Doxalis, your boy is a gentle giant, my sons. That's my boy. The bad news now, the crawler problem. Oh yes, this. It's been many moons since we sent for a wizard to deal with the crawlers on noble patrician Master Sauron's land. None have answered the call. We must act before this menace spreads to the other regions. Peasants disappear and sinkholes swallow villages whole while Master Sauron hides in their mansion and does nothing. Belligerent fool! I imagine the retaliation will be anger them directly. I would rather abandon my estate. Alright. What do we do? The crawler problem persists. Do we A, pay Lord Patrician, I'm not Batman, to host noble Patrician Master Sauron as they abandon the area? B, gather the counts to fight this menace on the open field? C, evacuate everyone from the area, including the peasants? Or D, do nothing. See if the crawlers retreat on their own. We were warned by the wizard to leave them alone. I am exercising on caution, I believe, here. No, I don't believe, at the very least, I don't believe we should fight them. We can do something else, though. Don't look at that. Do we A, pay Lord Patrician, I'm not Batman, to host Master Sauron as they abandon the area? C, evacuate everyone from the area, including the peasants? Or D, do nothing and see if the crawlers retreat on their own? We will heed the advice of the wizard and try to leave them alone a little bit, I believe. Evacuate everyone, including the peasants. That will be sufficient. All those living near the tunnels are steadily relocated, including noble patrician Master Sauron and their family. The land is completely abandoned to the crawlers. After a while, it will surely fall into legend. End of season. We get no choice. I was hoping for a royal gamble, maybe too. Get some more money. Let's go the swing votes instead of monarch's vote, I'd say. And there is A hungry bear. Waper, our wondrous bear is thriving in the north, your highness, just as Skirnor would wish. The god speakers have gained visions of new herbs and medicines ever since she arrived. Thank Morgana. Excellent news. The only thing is that she's eating a lot. Our hunters have to push into the frozen waste to find enough food to go around. Having second thoughts, are you? Perhaps the bear would do a little better in a nice, cozy menagerie, huh? Alright. Do we A, demand that the other nobles donate their crops? B, import fine meats for the beast? C, leave the chiefs to feed their own bear? Or D, transfer ownership of the bear to noble patrician Roswell Gaming? Chiefs, you cannot take care of your own bear? Disgraceful. This will not be a foreign affair. I don't think we should import the meats. This is a domestic bear. What do we do? A, demand that the other nobles donate crops. C, leave the chiefs to feed their own bear. Or D, transfer ownership of the bear to noble patrician Roswell. Here's C, leaving the chiefs feed their own dang bear. All right. The chiefs dig into their deep stockpiles, living off fermented seal and dried fish for months on end. They're hardy enough and have dealt with worse food shortages in the past. Their independence is a point of pride. The bear remains in the north, well fed and happy. A spot of heresy. Divine Marauder. Your Majesty, I'm stunned, outraged, and incensed. I've been summoned to trial by the Inquisition on some nonsense, fabricated charge. Yes, that was a success. They're claiming I'm part of a cult because of my peculiar design on my crest, and how I've exactly 10 people at every meal, and the strange noises coming from hidden chambers. Ridiculous. No one dares defend me on their own. They're too scared of the High Inquisitor. The trial is set, but the council must intervene, Your Highness. Though she remains silent, the council is keenly aware of High Inquisitor's steely gaze from across the chamber. Are you in a cult? I mean, do we A, search for a witness to defend Count Divine Marauder? B, help the Inquisition gather evidence against Divine Marauder? Or C, suggest he prays for a good outcome? Are you in a cult? You could be, Divine. It's very possible. I think swing votes here will demonstrate. Swing votes means you're allowed for this council vote, you're allowed to change what you're voting for. So you may swing away and choose multiple times. Do we search for a witness to defend Divine? Do we help the Inquisition gather evidence against them? Or do we suggest he prays for a good outcome? All of these are rolls, by the way. There are gambles, chances. challenges, I think they're officially known as. It appears that we will search for a witness to defend Divine. Why prayer? Can we get a witness? You distribute a proclamation among the counts asking for witnesses of Divine Marauder's innocence. But from fear of church reprisal or distrust of the crown, no one comes forward. During the trial, Divine Marauder crumbles and can barely argue for his own innocence. Unsmiling, the High Inquisitor orders him taken away and thrown in the Inquisition's special dungeons. Yeah, this would be a failure on the roll. And, we'll confirm it to you guys. Divine, you're not having good luck with, some of your, people here. Divine Marauder II has been imprisoned. But fear not, if you die, become imprisoned, or otherwise incapacitated in the game, your child will take your place on the council. Everybody welcome Divine Marauder III. Alright. For all intents and purposes, we will not see them again, unless, of course, there's a jailbreak. There's a new festival. Your Majesty, I was just going through the history books and found the most interesting tidbit. During the reign of Queen Iga, the kingdom held a huge parade in honor of all the regions coming together. It was called the Day of Kinship. It was quite the party. It sounds exciting. Visitors flocked to the capital, the city flourished. I hear it made things much more harmonious across the kingdom, too. I suggest we reinstate the Day of Kinship. Personally, I'd rather do something a little more low-key. Maybe we could have a small party in the royal palace. Just something to recognize Queen Iga's achievements. Oh, that would be lovely. I'll arrange the food. I hope I'm invited. Of course you are. I'm sure the Spymaster can sort out the invitations. The two of them hurry away, deep in conversation. End of season. We check in with the Counts. Far in the east, Countess Mezzality is hosting a dinner party in her castle with a few distinguished guests. Our plans are going better than expected. The Spymaster thinks that all is well in the kingdom, and while the cat's away, the mice shall play. And when the cat returns, I will find the mice have poisoned its kibble. The analogy's a little tortured now, but I like the enthusiasm. Our next step is to replace the Palace Watch with our own agents. Indeed, the Honor Guard are incorruptible, but the Watch are another story. If the Queen can't pay them, they will look for money elsewhere. For the next stage of your scheme, the Counts must lower the treasury, 1,500 or less, in 2 seasons. Checking in with the Pats. Anchored a few miles off the sunny coast, Lord Patrician Beehole has invited his closest confidants aboard his yacht. You said you had a surprise for me? Indeed. And here it is. Behold! Your Majesty, what are you doing here at such an hour? I'm sorry, I hope you didn't overhear any. Quit babbling, you blowhard! This isn't the Queen. It's a peasant who's the Queen's spitting image. Remarkable, and just in time. The Spymaster trusts us so much, she's not noticed that we're refitting civilian vessels into battleships. That means we can move to the next phase, kidnapping the Queen, putting this fool in her place. How do we manage that? We need the kingdom to be in utter chaos. Bad enough the Queen's abduction can slip past unnoticed. For the next stage of your scheme, the patricians must lower stability to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Alright. Checking in on everybody. On their second stage, all of our factions. The chieftains attempting prophecy need their own faith to be low. The counts attempting intimidation need the treasury to be low. The patricians attempting the doppelganger scheme need the stability of the kingdom to be low. Warning, monarch has no heir, huh? There is a debt collection. Greetings, your majesty. I'm here on behalf of Salvand and Gaul to collect what we are owed. You and what army? The Republic of Kurth guarantees all our loans to foreign states. If you fail to pay your debt, you will be the subject of aggressive trade sanctions, eventually war. You owe us a grand total of 3,750 gold. Oops. I, can't pay. What you gonna do about it? It does not pay to defy Salvand and Gaul, your majesty. We will return to the Republic of Kurth, inform the Grand Pensionary that you are refusing to pay your debts. There are also pirates. Yeah, I noticed that too. We might be going to war, yes. Apostle of Darkness comes to me. You must do something about the pirates that have been plaguing the coast ocean trade routes. I lost a whole shipment of fine silks. They killed the crew, of course, who won't be cheap to replace. Alright, pirates! What do we do? A. Order the coast navy to patrol the sea routes. B. Pay the pirates to leave your ships alone for a year. Or C. There is nothing to be done. Could use the privateers against Kurth. I wasn't liking B, but missing number, that does sound good. If we can get them on our side. I will swing vote this one. Swing votes allows you to change what your vote is for this law. So you can vote for what you want and then change your mind if something else is about to win. You can hide what you truly wish and then switch it at the last second. It is B and C close race, 4 and 3. Not A? It's not a definitely not A, Waper. Come on, you don't believe in the Coast Navy. This is 4 to 4, now 4 to 5. 5 to 5. In a situation like this, the Monarch would break a tie. Anybody want to swing? Anybody want to come join on in here? 5 to 5 is what it is. Anyone? Apple King. Divine is asking if you want to join them. Divine's asking if you want to join them when Archaic Fossil is joining us. Pop indeed. Good evening, sir. How are you doing here today, Fossil? Welcome on in, everybody. Happy Wednesday? What is it? Wednesday, right? What is good? All is good, of course. Hope all is good to say. I am doing very good today. Tired for no reason. You know how that is, right? Just happens to all humans. But channel I'm signing out does not exist. Yes, it does. Did I spell it wrong? Of course I did. But thank you all for joining us here. Give Archaic a follow if you don't already. How are you doing here today? How was the band? How was the concert going, Archaic? Lou, hello there. How are you doing here today? If you don't know me, I'm Casual Hoy. I play a lot of this game called King of the Castle, which is a streamer versus chat game. A bit sore. It happens. Get some rest. Get some water, of course. Water is always good. But if anybody that wants to play along with us, if you have time here, we're getting into like the middle of the game here. But this is called. You can join on in by typing ! Join. We're in the middle of a vote right now about what to do with pirates. If you're lurking a lot and I'm bopping bots, I like to listen in on Archaic as you're playing Guitar Hero. Water too good. Water's the best. It's very, very relaxing to listen to music, so might as well listen to Archaic play some music. We will continue on with the vote here. The crux of this game, if you haven't seen it then, is these council votes. The viewers play the game, and they are separated into 3 teams: chiefs, counts, and patricians. Your spy master arranges a meeting with a stealth-styled. Don't look! And we are playing a special challenge run of the game. We're not supposed to see the statistics as we play. Your spy master arranges a meeting with a self-styled pirate queen, a woman who calls herself the Bloody Gull. In return for an enormous amount of gold, she agrees to put a halt to the raids for 1 year. After that, she will require more tribute. The pirate attacks cease. For now. Alright, so we are paying pirates to leave us alone. That'll turn out well, right? The banquet table at the palace is laden with food, ready for the day of kinship. As your advisors file in, you settle at the head of the table. More like booty girl. The High Inquisitor is conspicuously absent. She was too busy for such frivolities. Your Majesty, I send out letters to the nobles to wish them festive greetings. And to celebrate me, I hope. Of course, Your Majesty. Surely Queen Iga would be proud. I did hope we'd do something on a larger scale. There's a lot of food, Treasurer. You're right about that. That's enough for me. What are the rest of you having? Please don't eat the entire banquet, Marshal. The Ninth God approves of restraint. Bah, who cares about restraint on the day of kinship, eh? We are here to enjoy ourselves. To prosperity in the kingdom? No. All right, let's dig in. I quite agree. Dr. Joe, welcome on in. While the others exclaim, the spymaster strolls out from behind a tapestry. Only the chief architect looks unsurprised. Dr. Joe, welcome on back to the Counts. How are you doing here today? 3,231 gold in your coffers. Ah, that old secret passage by the pillar. I read about it at university. Very skillfully done. It'll be fine. Dr. Joe, we are continuing, of course, our dynasty from the other day. The Counts were winners yesterday. However, they cannot do Loyalists 2 days in a row, so they're trying to overthrow me again today. The spymaster inclines her head politely to him and settles down to tuck into the lavish dinner. A drink, Your Majesty. Get me many drinks. The mood grows raucous. The treasurer and the marshal argue over an old debt. The architect and archbishop get into an intense discussion about flying buttresses. Things get rather fuzzy. Then you have an idea. You stand up and pound your fist on the table. Your guests fall silent. I'm calling a vote right now. Yes, I think we should paint all the new Capitol buildings yellow. No. I think we should give cows the right to vote. They contribute so much to our economy. I always thought they had a hidden wisdom to them. No, we could all have a pay raise. The others all cheer. You call the nobles to an urgent council session. Most of them are yawning, rubbing their eyes. None of them look happy about being called at this time of night. All right. Emergency vote. All right, I call all nobles for the emergency vote. What do we do? A, every new capital building must be yellow. B, cows should have the right to vote. C, my advisors deserve better pay. Or D, we declare war on the Ashmedian Empire. Know what? I've never liked these Ashmedians anyway. Iron Joy's D. Monarch's iron choice on D. Though it appears that we have some people believing cows should have the right to vote. Close race. Voting cows or war on Ashmead? Which is a better drunken decision? Lady Frost thinks that the advisors deserve better pay. Maybe they do. They work so hard. Except for the Inquisitor. Alright. We will declare war on the Ashmedian Empire. The nobles are delighted. Everyone loves a good war. Now that important business is done, you fall asleep happily. A successful day of kinship indeed. The next day, you have a head-splitting hangover. The Marshal interrupts you with much-needed rest by barging into your quarters. Damn it, Marshal! Oh, God. What? Can't even read. Did we really declare war on the Ashmedian Empire last night? Please tell me it was a horrible dream. You groan as the memories come flooding back. Oh dear. Better rally the troops. All right. Yeah, that just happened. Oh gosh. End of season. We get to our next auction of the game. Exclamation point, fund, space, your choice, space, how much you wish to bid for an auction. Richest nobles pictured on the right. Waper, accumulated. Actually, Waper's lost a little money so far here. You were at 24,000 some, right? You have either spent or lost it in some way. Everybody's money, though, pictured on the left. If you need to know how much you have, can't see it, let ask, I can tell you. There's an extension if you're on your computer. That'll be above me. Get the extension. It usually works. What do we build? A, the monument will raise authority for the kingdom. B, the stadium will lower military for the chieftains. C, the cathedral will raise faith for the counts. D, the fortress will raise military for the counts. E, the prison will lower stability for the kingdom. And F, the theater will lower authority for the kingdom. Chiefs want low faith is their goal. Counts wanted what? Counts wanted stability? Counts want authority? What did counts want? I have no idea what counts want. Patricians want low stability. Treasury. Ah, counts want treasury. Alright. So counts, nothing seemingly they might want here, but hey, you got D. Alright, the lucky D, raising military. Everybody loves raising the military up. So that's almost better than anything. Only the top two buildings will get created. There will be 60 seconds. We'll take the D. We love the D. Apparently somebody loves the C. Somebody thinks we are godless heathens and is building a cathedral with C. D also getting some, though, raising military. E with 700. Patricians need 4 or lower stability. I'm not quite sure what stability's at. Wars probably won't be good for stability. Assuming, well, I don't know, if we win the wars, that could be good. It is still C and D, 1500 to 1750. There's only 700 in E. Counts with this single point of faith might be the most pious in the nation. Less than 10 seconds left. It is still D and C, 1750 for both of them. 700, now 2700. There goes E. E gets jumped up, and then D takes its place over C. It's E and D. Yeah, the counts didn't like somebody trying to sabotage their low faith, huh? But it will be E and D. Ephra, biggest contributor to E. Missing number, biggest contributor to D. There are pagan prophecies. The northern chiefs, God speakers, have uncovered in ancient prophecy. Let me guess, you think it's all fake. Of course it's fake. Nothing these pagan gods has ever said or done is real. This is but one of the countless myths used to justify the behavior of immature heathens. What she means to say is, the chiefs plan to use the prophecy to justify unseating you. True or not, many northerners believe it. Cut to the chase. What do I need to do, Spy Master? You must ensure that faith in the ninth god is strong across the kingdom. It will be our best defense against the pagans. Alright. Do we A? Order priests to go north and decry the prophecy as false. B. Invent a counter-prophecy. Or C. Allow the prophecy to spread. No one will believe it anyway. We'll swing vote this one. What do we do? A. Order priests to the north to decry the prophecy as false. B. Invent a counter-prophecy. Or C. Allow it to spread. No one's gonna believe it. Silly nonsense. Counter-prophecy. That'll hold them off momentarily. Miss Lunafair, good afternoon. Guten Tag. Hallo, Mutter. Hallo. All, come on. How do you say all? How do you say all? I don't think I know how to say all the mothers. Oh, hello to all the Mutters across the kingdom. Including Lady Frost is a mother. Allo and ale. Alright. An ale mutter. Like, I don't know how to say all. I can think of it in Spanish. I still remember a lot of my Spanish. But how are you doing here, Luna, as well? Welcome on in. Hope you are well as well here. Crack. Did you hear that crack? That was a good crack. But thank you for joining us, Miss Lunar. Hope you're doing good. Hope all is well on your side of the planet. We are inventing counter-prophecies here today. Spanish and German, they're a little bit different. I don't know. I speak English, of course, but I speak some Spanish. Most of the Spanish I remember is either restaurant terms. You know, working in American restaurants, you can learn a lot of Spanish. And I know a lot of soccer terms, because I watch soccer in Spanish. so I can pick up on it and still listen to it in Spanish. I've been learning German over the past year. You don't have to work? Well, alright. That's good, then. Hope you are good, Miss Luna. You have the scholars and theologians discover another prophecy which contradicts the first, written on older stone tablets found in the same archaeological site. The northern commoners are not sure who to believe. You've bought yourself some time. The chief's next stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of next season. Sometimes I'll practice with the nephews. I've told you I watch Sesame Street in German. It's a very good way to learn. Because, I know what you're saying. It's simple words. I can pay attention. So I'll watch Sesame Street with my nephews in German on occasion. They are very baffled by it, but they find it hilarious. They're like, that's a funny word, haha. Like, it's not funny. It's just... it's just different, that's all. The same words we use. A bizarre report. Your Majesty, I've received worrying reports. Worrying and confusing. I pay you too much to be confused. As a matter of fact, Your Majesty, you barely pay me anything. I do what I do out of loyalty to the kingdom. Oh, really? I didn't know that, Spy Master. That sounds nice. You learned English with the Sesame Street computer game. Aww. I know I've heard a lot of people learn English through sitcoms. Like, they'll watch American sitcoms and learn English, or just, like, American television that way. They think it's fun. I don't know, it's just... What word was it? There was one word in particular I can't remember now. The Giofnet, they like, the word Giofnet, because it sounds like my brother's name. I've received reports from one of my little birdies in Lord Patrician Beehole's villa. He is a most unusual guest. Who? It's you, Your Majesty. Someone who looks just like you. I have no reason to suspect the Patricians of plotting anything, and yet I can't square this away. Unfortunately, I can't devote too many resources to solving this puzzle with the kingdom in such a lamentable state. Too busy fighting fires everywhere. I recommend you call a meeting of the council. Try to do something to put a stop to this. Very well, assemble the council. What do we do? The patricians are also trying to overthrow me. Come on. Do we A, triple the security in the palace? B, conduct a thorough search of the coastal villas? Or C, do nothing? And send fake queen as hostage to the various kingdoms? Diabolical. I think a search is in order here. I roll Monarch's iron choice on B. Did you not vote last round? I don't know. The nephews are excited, and I have to report here, they are getting to go to Disneyland. To Disneyland. I wasn't allowed to talk about it really because they didn't know yet, but now I can. They're going down to Florida. That's where one of the viewers that we know, Pruden Duo, in my channel, lives. Has a very strong connection at Disneyland, so they're gonna get some very awesome Disney shenanigans there. And I can't wait for them to go. Is it World? Is that World? Whatever. World is in Florida. Land is in California. Is that what it is? My bad. My bad. You send your best knights to kick down doors and rampage through the coastal villas, searching for your doppelganger. So they are getting to go. It's in a few weeks' time. You used to work for the mouse? I wanted to when I was younger. I was auditioning and I wanted to work for Disney. It always mixes me up too. I wanted to work for Disneyland because it would have been so awesome. And I auditioned a few times. I never could make it there. I am not getting to go. It is just my brother and his wife and their children. I can't afford to go down on vacation. But I can't wait for them. I don't get to go. No, I will remain here, everybody. No time to go to Disney for me. Though Prude is begging me to come as well. I might try to come, Prude, sometime and visit you. It doesn't accomplish much except ticking off the patricians. If this doppelganger exists, she's moved to a safe location. But at least you've bought yourself some time. You've hampered the patricians' efforts. Their stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of next season. And me, I do too, yeah, we went when we were young to Disney. I remember some of it. I don't know, I was real young. I was 4 when we went to Disney World. Avatar of Skirnor. Roswell. Chief Waper and her friends have locked themselves in their lodges and are refusing to come out. They say they're learning the ways of Skirnor. Meanwhile, our trade routes are drying up because of their negligence. By the 9th, I swear it's that damned bear fault. A dangerous thing indeed, Your Majesty. I know we tolerate these heathen practices in the north, but this is too much. How is this the bear's fault, Archie? The chiefs believe the bear is sacred to their false god. Apparently, Skirnor is a deity of wisdom and medicine. Pah! Luna, I want to do something like that before they go, and I might. I was telling them, they weren't even aware that there's a Star Wars, like, land at Disney now. I was like, what? I'm like, yeah. There'll be people dressed as stormtroopers and Vader and, like, everything. It'll be great. I didn't tell them. I don't know if they're going to, but I know there's the make-your-own lightsaber place there. But it's super expensive. So I don't know if they'll get to do that. I didn't tell them about that. I'm like, I don't want to get their hopes up. What do we do, Your Serene Highness? Our traders will lose their livelihoods if they can't sell salt to the Northerners. There's a lot of hidden stuff at Disney that I love, too. If you want to talk Disney. I guess you'll know a lot about Disney, then. That's awesome. There's, like, the sword and the stone. There's the patch for the first popcorn. Is it popcorn or something? There's, like, a special patch you can get if you go to a vendor and get it real quick. There's there's the hidden passageways you can go to and all sorts of hidden places. It's just, Disney's so fun. And I don't even been there. I just love it. Do we A, set up trade between patricians and the counts instead? Do we B, ask the chiefs to share their knowledge once they emerge? Do we C, send in church missionaries to debunk these heathen myths? Or D, have the bear quietly assassinated? Well, we can't do D. We're not having the bear. I don't think I've seen D ever, but I refuse to see D. We're not killing the bear. Disney crash the what? I don't know what that emote is, Amanda. Put Princess Ride? We're not doing D. We will not kill the bear. Everything else is acceptable. But we will not assassinate the bear. We're not monsters. We may kill off dozens of nobles, but we will not kill a bear. Oh, Crash from Finding Nemo. Oh, okay. I never went on that then. I've been to Universal Studios, like, later in life, and I remember that and everything. I've been to Knott's Berry Farm, that's in California. Maybe a monster, but not an a-hole. I know. What do we do here? Close vote. B and C tied at 3. And we're going to break a tie. Either set up trade between the patricians and counts is A. Ask the chiefs to share their knowledge once they emerge is B. Alright, chiefs. Just be careful, alright? Whatever godless things you're doing in that cave, don't hurt yourselves. When the chiefs emerged from their lodge, they found the chancellor waiting. They reluctantly agreed to spread word of what they learned from their visions. As the rest of the kingdom put their visions into practice, the crops flourish. The archbishop claims it's a coincidence, and it isn't best pleased about farming techniques coming from a heathen god. Peasants and nobles alike praise the crown and Skuranor's wisdom. Meanwhile, the sacred bear remains happy and pampered in the northern lands. A happy ending for the bear. We love it. End of season. Happy bear, happy year. Almost rhymes. In the darkest depths of an eastern forest, Countess Mesality has gathered her fellow plotters around a mossy stone obelisk. The Palace Watch won't accept our bribes. The treasury's practically overflowing. They don't need our money. I suppose they ran straight to the spymaster to blab about it too. Damn our luck. Is this the end? The best investments are never profitable to begin with. We will bide our time and strike again while the Queen least expects it. The Count's aim, lower the treasury 1,500 or less, so my treasury is higher than that. We get to our next tax season of the game. Speaking of treasury, there are 3 ways the monarch may tax the nobles. The cruel tax will raise defiance of the nation. Add 400 wealth to the treasury. Take 400 gold away from everybody in that faction. The common tax, no defiance, swing 100 treasury to wealth. The bribe will lower defiance. Lower the treasury by 700 gold. Give 700 wealth to everybody in that color. The counts, not often receivers of the bonus. They discovered a new rich vein of copper ore. They make 500 gold this turn. Everybody else only makes 200. No golden choice this game makes it feel like we're not gaining too much, are we? Well, the nobles aren't gaining too much. Don't remember spending too much. FMX, it just, stocks, they went down. I don't know. Is that mask among the world pack? Just crom it all around? Either common all around or cruel all around. One or the other, I feel, is good. Treating everybody equally. Maybe unfairly, but equal. Would be crueling. Say bribe all around. Wasn't considering that in the least here. Commons all around will be fine. I thought somebody might be getting close to rebellion. That's why wasn't trying to cruel. Anti-Emu, hello there, sir. How are you doing today? Welcome. The patricians are calling to you. No golden choice feels so bad, doesn't it? There's a trade war going on. How are you doing, though, Emu? Thank you for joining us. Your Majesty, the Republic of Kurth has levied extreme trade sanctions against us for our perceived crimes against them. Notably, your inability to repay your loan from Solvent and Gaul Bank. Yeah, if you missed it a little earlier, I took out a loan that I did not pay back. Is Stalker? And the new is a Stalker? Oh, I've heard about that. I don't pay attention to internet drama, Amanda. That is just articles written to get people to click on them so they can sell them advertisements. So I give no stock to that. We don't need Kurth. That's our biggest trade partners by far, Your Majesty. Our economy is basically on fire now. So, what can we do about it? That's for the Council to decide. Kurth must also be suffering from this. We can't afford to wait them out. Our people will soon run out of basic necessities. Alright. Do we A, escalate the trade war by raising tariffs on Kurth goods? We cannot do B, our relationship with Ashmead is not good. Do we C, lower tariffs and offer exclusive trade routes to Kurth as concessions? Or do we D, send in the Navy to take Kurth's goods by force? We will not concede. So we either escalate the trade war or we send in the Navy for a good old-fashioned war. Yeah, B is grayed out. It doesn't tell us why, but yeah, you cannot do B because our relationship with Ashmead is also not good. How good is our Navy? Average, I think. Yeah, I think it's an average. Maybe like 4 or 5 if I had to guess. Really, I don't know that. Maybe lower. It's not the best. The best military belongs to the Counts, is what I believe. The Navy starts patrolling the Ghost Sea, intercepting Kurth vessels and taking plunder whenever they can find it. Of course, Kurth is quick to respond in kind. This means war. The trade war heats up, flaring into open battles on the high seas. Accused. Who is accused? FMX. Your Serene Highness, the pirates have been leaving us alone ever since you paid them tribute. But other countries, like the Republic of Kurth and Dania, have noticed that our ships aren't being targeted. They suspect us of hiring privateers to protect our trade routes and threaten to boycott our goods. What should we do? They're gonna boycott us? We're already at war! What are privateers, though, for those who do not know? They're like pirates, but they're paid by a government to disrupt other countries' shipping while leaving their paymasters alone. Yeah, I'm surprised this doesn't have, like, an interaction with our current war with Kurth. A, privateers sounds like a good idea. B, send envoys to Dania and Kurth to explain the situation. Or C, boycott, outrageous. Let's boycott them right back. Time to legalize the pirates. It's A or C here. We're not sending an envoy to explain the situation. Let's go ahead, we'll swing vote it. Sure, why not? Negotiate? No. We don't need to explain anything to them. You want an explanation? We hate your guts. Leave us alone. Surrender now. That's your explanation. Vote A or a 10-day ban. You can vote C. A or C. I didn't like B. I don't like B. Nah, A or C are both acceptable. Either one. We're mad at Kurth. Screw them. Good business. Your spymaster arranges another meeting with the Bloody Gull, in which she agrees, in exchange for another boatload of cash, to do your bidding. Your pirate fleet disrupts foreign shipping even further. The patricians soon have unparalleled mastery of the sea. Unparalleled mastery of the sea. We like it. About my heir. Of course, your majesty refuses to get married, against my advice. There's one other thing you're missing, however, something even more important than a spouse, an heir. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own will do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. I'll make my youngest cousin my heir. Of course, an entirely sensible idea. I'll make the arrangements at once. Entirely sensible. End of season. We check in with the chieftains. Far to the north, an ancient ceremony in a smoky clan hall reaches a fever pitch. Hala, the chief's claimant, sits atop a throne of bones, surrounded by god speakers chanting in a foreign tongue. And thus, with Morgana as my witness, I hereby crown you monarch in the north, Lord Render, soon to be monarch of all the kingdom. Glory to the Lord Lender, chosen of Valter, glory to Morgana in the north. The assembled chiefs roared in chorus with each other. Steins are smashed against one another in celebration. Many faithful warriors of Valter have already joined our cause, fellow chiefs. Now we must bring down the false queen in the south, fulfill the prophecy. The only question is how. Chiefs, how do you win the game? Do you A, lure the queen to the north and sacrifice her in a pagan ritual? Or B, sacrifice thousands of goats to the old gods and call upon them to intervene? How do you complete the ritual here? Gamers, welcome on in. Late! You arrive just in time, gamers. 3,300 gold in your coffers. Well, of course then. If you're going to arrive late and kiss the ring, all is forgiven, sir. Thank you for kissing the ring. Focus on it! Still trying to get like my head. It appears we're having a sacrifice today. Maybe. So be it. Send out the word. Every citizen of the land must provide a goat for the butchering. But first we drink in honor of the gods. More cheers are up through the clan hall. Come morning, there will be a lot of work to do. For the final stage of their scheme, the chiefs must keep their farming at 10 for a full season. So chiefs, spoiler alert for you, you have 10 farming. We have only to lower it 1 point then to stop you. But at the same time, we have to hope for an event to stop them. I cannot say that word. Good, I didn't want to say that word. Thank you, gamers. None of that, yeah, none of that should go on. Alright? Somewhere along the coast, Lord Patrician Beehole strolls in his olive grove, accompanied by a close friend. The kingdom's on the brink of chaos. It's perfect. We have to strike. The chief's farming roll to feed their own bear was very high. Waper, like the highest I've seen of roll to feed the bear ever. Most of the time, the chiefs don't have very good farming. What do you intend us to do? Swoop in and kidnap the queen in full view of the palace? No, of course not. We need to use our chaos to our advantage. We have two options. Patricians, do you A, lure the queen to the coast and abduct her there? Or B, manufacture a food crisis and kidnap the queen during the relief efforts? Patricians, A will involve raising your own defiance B will involve lowering your own farming. Let's not... People don't like lowering their own stats sometimes, so yeah. I don't know how high your defiance is. I don't think it's very high. Patricians, me and you, we've been cool. Right, Pats? We're good. I don't need to raise defiance. We need to convince the Queen that the coast is on the verge of rebellion. In the current climate, she'll be forced to make a diplomatic visit to smooth things over. That's when we strike. One queen enters the peace tent. Another queen leaves. For the final stage, the patricians must raise their defiance to at least 5, but without starting a rebellion. Alright, so patricians' defiance is low, it would appear to be then. We don't get a golden choice. Uh-oh. Let's not sort of look at the events. So we're not spoiled too much. The war on Kurth. Anti-Emu comes to me. This is it. Kurth against the kingdom. We've moved past the trade war. Now we're on regular old people war. As if our prophets haven't suffered enough. I hope the council has a plan. They have cannons on their ships, you know. Cannons! Alright. What do we do? Either A, focus on disrupting Kurth's trade routes, or B, raise an armada to destroy Kurth's ships and force them to surrender. It has to be. It has to be. Monarch's iron choice. Let us raise an armada to destroy their ships and force them to surrender. My goal for the game, everybody. Queen Vachim, a little bit different than King Vachim. King Vachim's goal was to kill off nobles. Queen Vachim's goal was to win a war. So that is the course I've been on through the coin. The course of the game, the story I've been trying to get here. We need to fight Kurth. We need to fight Ashmead. If we can get the triple war, we gotta try for the triple war. So that is why I trying to get these wars here. I was trying for a war. See, my father had it all wrong. You don't need to kill off your own people. You need to kill the other nations' people, alright? It doesn't say we need to sacrifice our own nobles. We need to sacrifice other people. Alright, that's how you win. And we will raise the armada to destroy the fleet for the demon. No bribes, no vote with the monarch once. Waper, I'm sorry. I can't help it. You pour funds into the shoring up the Royal Navy, hiring freebooters and enlisting new sailors. The Armada meets the Kurth fleet on a stormy night. Guns thunder and fire lights up the sky as your beautiful Armada charges straight into the firing line of the enemy. Big Cheese. How are you doing, sir? Welcome on in. You are a chieftain, I noticed. 1,000 gold, your starting staff. Cheese, are you my good luck charm here for victory? By the time dawn breaks over the Ghost Sea, the Royal Navy has been routed. Your fleet is in tatters. Many of your officers are dead. A devastating peace treaty is then forced upon you. That would not be a successful roll. By the way here, apparently, Emu, I didn't know you were an officer, a naval officer. Lord Patrician Anti-Emu has died. But fear not, if you die or otherwise become incapacitated or imprisoned in the game, your child will take your place. Did you even know it? Anti-Emu the Second, welcome to the council. Oh, really? Oh, no. Okay, we get another chance, everybody. No, we get another chance. Emu, you don't have to die. Somebody fire up the time machine. Because, canonically, this is not happening. We are going to send somebody back in time to before we sent the ship. This has happened before, too. Alright. Off with Eggman's hand. Send me. Who wants to go back in time? Mick Popcorn, come on in. Unfortunately here, we're going to have to rejoin because the game is locked here. So let's quit out. Alright, somebody pile in the time machine. Everybody pile in the time machine, actually. And we must warn the king not to make that decision. Everybody climb in. It's a big one. We made a time machine out of a bus. Alright? We can just pile on in. Let's go back in time. We'll send you... Yeah, we'll contact Anti-Emu the First. You are Anti-Emu the Second? I don't know. We'll try not to disrupt anything. Don't step on anything. We can pick... Now, join in, everybody, if you missed it. Join back in. We encountered a soft lock in the game, a hard lock, I guess, in the game. We will pick the other we can pick the other choice now. And the other choice will give us something different, and we won't be locked, at the very least. This gives us another chance. Somebody saw a vision. There was a vision. The fleet being decimated. And we will fix it. Amanda, see, this happens sometimes. Alright, join back in. If you missed it, everybody, you need to join it back in. We had a lock in our game. Fortunately, though, we will not suffer the consequences then. Mick Popcorn, thank you for toasting here. A reprieve, a mulligan, a chance. How many second chances do you get? War on Kurth. Alright, this is it. Kurth against the kingdom. Yes, yes. How? They have cannons on their ships. What do we do? And, alright. Let's do... we cannot do B here, everybody. B is what locked us out of the game. So now we can go A. Maybe A will change history. I will call for you. We'll call for you. And as another sign of things are changed in this timeline, I won't iron choice. I'll call for unity. The roles are predetermined. We cannot do B. If we were to do B again, yes. This is like a seeded game. Every time we do B, it will have the same result. We cannot do B again. So we have to try A here. So I'll change it. This time, I'll call for unity on A, then. Emu, still? You saw what happened. You will die, Emu, if we do B. And you will die over and over again. We are crazy. I know, yes. But it's fine. Well, it's fine. Well, some people might not want the unity. Is that what you're trying to do? Unity's fine. We don't care about call for unity. Alright. If you've missed in the past few minutes, you must rejoin the game because we have had to come back in time. And focus on disrupting Kurth's trade routes. This is also a role, I'll have you guys know too. You maximize your inferior navy by hitting Kurth right where it hurts in the trade routes. Your tactic works. Kurth is caught unaware. And once they realize their trade routes are in danger, a diplomat is hurriedly sent to parley. So that's it. We've changed history, everybody. The visions we all saw are no more. No death. The Navy is saved. Your Majesty, the Republic is willing to forgive your past transgressions. Thanks to the bear, praise Skurinor for this outcome. This war is not worth the blood that has been spilled. We offer a truce and a return to the status quo. I agree to the terms. We will have peace. We will also be taking over a portion of your trade routes. Truce only once we've commandeered the remainder of your navy. Or we will have peace as long as I get some monetary compensation. Right. Alright. What do we want from Kurth? I almost want... I'm a little bit leaning towards commandering their navy. If they forfeit their navy back to us. The money's always tempting. How much are they willing to offer? Kurth is very rich. It doesn't even show it right here, but I know that it's a lot. The navy boost is also good too. I think we will have peace as long as I get some monetary compensation. You must be joking. We may be spent, but we still have spies. Our positions are roughly equal. We offer you a truce. No concessions. No negotiations. All right. So we didn't truly win. We didn't win the war. We just won the trade war. So they're not, okay. Either fine, I agree to your terms, or in that case, you've chosen forever war. There can be no truce here, no. You chose this, not us, diplomat. The diplomat's steely eyes turn grim. What is it good for? So be it. The war continues. Your advisors and nobles alike condemn your recklessness. Soon scholars simply refer to the conflict as the Great War, and write that we have always been at war with Kurth. There's also the war with Ashmead. Gamers. Ha! You should have seen the look on the Ashmeadian diplomat's face when I told him we were declaring war on his pathetic empire. How did we get into Doom North? Northwind! Hello there. Hope all is well. We got to war with Kurth because we refused to pay back a loan. And then we got to the war with Ashmead because we all got drunk one night and declared war upon them. The most common way a war starts in real life is just drunken shenanigans. How are you doing, North, though? Thank you for joining us. Alright, exactly how capable is the Ashmeadian military? The Ashmeadian Empire's golden age is long behind it. They're still bigger than us, with more soldiers and a long history of conquest. But they lack discipline and are plagued by infighting. In our current state, however, the kingdom's armies are no match for them. We should put up a fight for appearance's sake, then sue for peace as soon as we can. If we can just exploit time travel, we can win. News of the war inspires a wave of patriotic fervor across the kingdom. Old knights come out of retirement. Naive youths stampede to join the army. Hopefully it'll prove enough. I hope this war doesn't impact our profits too heavily. What's our opening gambit? Alright. We are going to war with Ashmead now. Do we A, have the Spymaster send assassins and saboteurs into Ashmead? B, send a small expeditionary force to test the Empire's strength? Or C, begin a full-scale invasion of Ashmead? What do we do here? What do we do here? Should we do a little trolling Spymaster? Small force? Full-scale invasion? Iron choice will be on C. Vachim demands tribute. And they will be the ones to pay it. You're not going to see here. Well, it's not the smartest idea strategically, but Vachim is determined. And making it my iron choice. Be a man, Hogan. Come on, don't be scared. You're running from Macho, that's what I heard. That, yeah. C probably isn't a smart decision. I will tell you all. But Vachim is into it here. Well, I'll confess to you guys, A isn't a very good role either. I won't let you down, Your Majesty. A game of espionage and counter-espionage begins, with your agents assassinating the Empire's generals and stealing their battle plans. Meanwhile, Ashmeadian spies do the same thing with your own borders, wreaking havoc. One day, Lord Patrician, Apostle of Darkness, turns up dead. An angular Ashmeadian dagger buried between his shoulder blades. Okay. Things only get worse from there. I was like, no confirmation, but here it is along with other stats. Apostle of Darkness has died. The Ashmeadians are better at this game. They destroy a major bridge, hampering trade in the north, and sow dissent in the coastal army, causing hundreds of soldiers to desert. Okay. Your citizens are in an uproar about the war, plainly convinced that it won't be worth it. Riots consume the capital. Hold your nerve, Your Majesty. The true test is on the battlefield. We won't time travel every time something goes wrong, everybody, okay? But then again, no! No! Super Sing, welcome on in. How are you doing here today? Boo earns! Map is broke. Trying to grab. I guess we already locked into that though. We have to time travel. I think we gotta at least explore an alternate reality for a second. Come on. No, well, no. If we do the time warp again, it is already sort of locked in. This event will have already occurred. But how are you doing here? Welcome on in, Super Sing Along. However, it appears I can't even stop this. We might have to redo this. Continue the game. Alright. Yeah, it's different. It's different than how the game used to work. The game used to reset every time to the beginning of a season. So it was a different time, and you could sort of reload for some different options. Join back in, everybody. Apologies again, then. Hopefully, I don't know. This can occur sort of when teams aren't very even. But hopefully this will fix it. The game is close to ending, everybody. If we can push through it, maybe we can get to the end here. Any counts out there want to join in? Are you intoxicated? We'll get in. Get in here. Join back in if you're missing it. We are encountering some problems, everybody. Hopefully we can push through it to the end of the game. Because we're getting close. We're getting close to the end. There's maybe one event. Horrors in the East. Lady Frost, Your Grace, a monster has been stalking my farms at night, smashing down the doors of cottages, feasting on the peasants inside. Sounds, ghastly. Only a few have seen the beast live to tell the tale. The survivors tell a garbled story about gleaming fangs and a mountain of blood-soaked fur. Alright. What do we do? A. Send in the Count's army to deal with this abomination. B. Offer a substantial bounty on the monster. Or C. This is no concern of ours. I don't think we need to offer a bounty here. Either we send in the army, or this is no concern of ours. No bounties this time. Surely our spiders... We still have leftover spiders from the last reign, I'm sure. The giant spiders have to live a long time, right? They seem like they'd be supernatural, have a super long lifespan. Surely we still have some spiders. The regiment marches in circles for weeks through swamps and mud, but fails to hunt down the elusive beast. When they return, many soldiers appear to have been brought back some kind of disease. They're coughing, pale, too weak to hold their swords. Meanwhile, the monster's attack continued to menace the east. You hear reports that it no longer confines its attacks to the nighttime. Soon peasants are too afraid to tend their crops, which lie rotting in the fields. End of season. We check in on everybody. But we'll move on, because the storm comes. Alright. Power through it, everybody. Over the past few months, you've noticed strange weather patterns. Flash floods, terrible storms, the lot of it. Even though it's now the middle of summer, the winter's chill hasn't let go. If anything, it's getting colder. Yeah, the Chiefs, we didn't have a way to disrupt their farming. So it appears they might be winning here. Soon the landscape is blanketed by snow. You've never seen anything like it. I'm sure it's nothing. When your advisors finally assemble to discuss the blizzard, they each have differing opinions on the matter. You need to secure what food we can for the palace, in case this gets worse. Damn what the peasants say about tyranny. I'll take care of them if they try anything. We cannot send off the common folk in a time like this. Perhaps the spymaster could leverage her contacts to uncover the source of this unnatural cold. This is an act of God, make no mistake. I warned you there would be consequences for letting the church's influence wane. The warmth of his love has left us. We need solutions and plans, people, not speculation. Our sincerest apologies, Your Majesty. I'm sure we have plenty of options, too. Just then, a member of the watch rushes into the room, waving her arms around and screaming loudly. An army! An army from the north! More details speak quickly. Horns blare in the distance, the deep, thunderous war horns of the chiefs. Your advisors look at each other in confusion, then dread. You sprint to the city battlements, your honor guard and advisors in tow. The wind howls, whipping snow into your eyes. A gigantic heathen army approaches. Northern warriors, scantily clad despite the cold, and hulking, beast-like monsters of various shapes and sizes. What are those beasts? But no one has time to answer before the horn sounds again. The army surges forward, a guttural war cry on every chief lips. We have to get you to safety, Your Highness. We're not prepared for an attack like this. I know. They are taking a page out of the patrician's book. Your marshal grabs your hand and pulls you away from the wall, like a mom with a child. Moments later, you're trudging down muddy streets, trying not to lose her. But the city is filled with panicking peasants. The blizzard is worsening. You can't see more than a few feet in front of you. Where are the honor guard? Your shouts are lost on the wind. Behind you, there's a deep creaking groan as the capital's main gate collapses. You wander and shout until it seems the storm is turning you around on purpose. Inevitably, the northern warriors fill the streets. Chief Super Pink Iron Goal is the first to find you, tired and muddy, completely alone. I won't go down without a fight. You reach for your sword, hand shaking from the cold as much as the nerves. Just, I'll fight you off. A terrifying roar is your only reply, as the unmistakable form of a white werewolf towers over Chief Super Pink. And we're getting to a good part. Thank you, if you are seeing me instead of the visions from the false gods. Your king praises you, as you too appraise the ninth. However, it doesn't look good for me, does it? A werewolf? Where did you get a werewolf from? My ads. Oh, done. I tried to keep them to a minimum. If you do see them, let me know. I can pause. So that you can... If you're invested in the story, you need to hear. Tulips! Hello there. Welcome on in. You are joining in what may be the end of the game, however. You are a count. How are you doing here today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. A terrifying roar is your only reply, as the unmistakable form of a white werewolf towers over Chief Super Pink. Likewise, the chief looks down on you with an almost bestial snarl. Chalif awaits, crooked queen. She gestures flippantly. The beast barrels you to the ground with ease, eager to feast on its prey. Amaranth 9, welcome on in. You are a chieftain, and you may have just joined the winning team. Boom! Right at the very end. Amaranth, you were vital to the success there. GG to everybody, but especially the Chiefs. Amaranth. Good work. Good work. You're 1 for 1 in my streams here. Queen Vachim II died in agony, torn apart by a werewolf in a calamity that would become known as the Night of Frost. The Count's attempt to worm their way into the palace were uncovered. A number of arrests were made. Countess Mezzality ended her life chained upside down to a dungeon wall. All that remained of the patrician's attempt to usurp the crown was a prisoner, deep under the palace, clad in an iron mask and shrouded in rumor. This ending is very cool, isn't it? The capital was buried in snow as Hala, the Lord Render, led their army of monsters to slaughter their enemies and seize the throne for the chiefs. The power of the old gods could never be denied again. GG's to everybody. Whoa, whoa! I saw something there for a second. What was that? Queen Vachim II, the Absolutist. 2 years, 3 months her rule. No spouse. Monarch Hala will be our next monarch on the throne. Waper remains our wealthiest noble. Our poorest nobles have only 1,000 gold. That's not bad. The kingdom will get a peek at the Stingham's cats. The game also... I hit 0 stability, so if the Chiefs had not won, it would have been a vote off thanks to the 0 stability. The game ended rather tragically there. It would have been a vote off between the Counts and the Chiefs then. That's what the vote would have been. So Chiefs, you barely managed to win. The patricians might could have stolen it from you, thanks to the 0 stability. I didn't realize authority was that high. I knew authority was high. I didn't realize stability was that low until the end when I was looking. I'm like, oh, wait. I'm like, we're about to ruin this thing of stability. I mean Pats. I do mean Pats, of course. Of course. All right. We will continue this dynasty tomorrow. It will be the last game for this dynasty for the foreseeable future, but though we will not delete the save file, of course. Slippity, you are a little late, but thank you for coming in. Thank you for kissing the ring. It will not be a purple ring tomorrow. It will be a blue ring for a chieftain's victory. So tomorrow we will continue this game for the last time. Friday, then, we will play the infamous Hoy Dynasty. There it is again. And then Saturday, I won't be able to stream on Saturday, unfortunately. So no stream Saturday. Next week, we'll be doing bingo cards instead of role-playing next week. So tune in next week, of course, for that. You can still role-play next week, though we'll be playing bingo as well. Thank you all for being here today. Hopefully everybody has had a lovely time. Not as long as yesterday's game, but still fun. I am the only King of the Castle streamer. Oh, nay. All right. Who is on right now? Anybody playing? Any recommendations or anything we're in the mood for? As we raid on out here. Are we you want some dogs? I know somebody doing their doggo stream. I always am in support of dogs. And I'm always in support of this this person, Delicate Lily. If you do not know my friend, Delicate Lily. She is doing a doggo stream today. So let's go and see. She adopts if you do not know Lily, give her a follow because she is awesome. Canadian streamer, used to play a lot of Sims is how I first met Lily. Though now she plays a lot of other games, plays a variety of games, plays Genshin, has dogs. She takes in rescue dogs and takes care of them before they are, adopted out. So that right there tells you she is just the most nicest, kindest person on the planet. So anyway, bye-bye. I will see you guys tomorrow for another round of King of the Castle. Hopefully I'll see you guys around a little bit later today. Hopefully there's some people playing today. What is it, Wednesday? Who plays Wednesday? I know a few people will play. Killer Ham will play later tonight. Wednesday afternoon for me. I can't think of anybody specifically that might be playing. Thrifty might get on a little bit if Thrifty is on. Everybody, be good, people. I will see you guys tomorrow then. Remember, you are better than you were yesterday. Think of how awesome you will all be tomorrow. Fuzzy Pickles. I'll see you guys. You missed the ending. Apple King, I'm sorry then. It was a Chiefs ending. And they did very well. They summoned the winter storm to overtake me. And I died. Died on the spot.